I had a client call me, frantic. I just want to know, Charlie, what child support amount am I going to have to pay? This is a very frequent question. Who decides this number? Where is it coming from? When it comes to child support, this is something I have to answer a lot. This question is frequently asked with fear and confusion because most parents think the number is random or unfair. The reason child support feels overwhelming is because people don't know what rules apply or who's actually deciding the amount. They hear stories from friends. Some of these stories are the higher earner always gets crushed, or the system is biased against moms or against dads, or there's this. There is nothing you can do once the number is set. Most of those things are simply not true, but nobody explains the process clearly. And if you don't know how child support is calculated, or how to reduce your child support or increase the child support, you might agree to an amount that doesn't reflect reality. Miss adjustments you're legally entitled to, or lock yourself into payments that don't make any sense on the long term. And child support orders can last for years. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to explain how child support is determined in Washington State and what factors actually matter and how the final number is reached. My name is Charlie Shane. I'm a Washington State family law lawyer. I help tons of people navigate the murky waters of child support. And the short answer to the question about how we get to a child support number is the starting point of Washington State uses a statewide child support schedule. So when you deal with this support schedule, you have to consider factors such as what are both parents' net incomes? How many children are involved? Does one of those parents pay for medical support? There are several things that go into this schedule. So after the court considers all these factors that can be entered into the schedule spits out a number, and that is the baseline support amount. But even something as simple as determining a parent's income or their net income, you need to look at a lot of factors. Some of these factors are gross income from all sources, wages, salary, bonuses, self-employment income, and any income stream that is coming to one parent or the other. And both the parents' incomes are considered, even if one parent has the children the majority of the time. But even after everything is considered and everything is correctly put into that child support worksheet and you have that base number, the court can, but doesn't have to, but they can change that number based on different factors. One of those factors can be if the children spend significant time at both parents' households. So how much time each parent spends with the children matters. In some cases, this could reduce the support obligation, but residential time alone does not automatically eliminate the support, even if you have a 50-50 parenting plan. There's another common way that the schedule can be deviated from, and that's if the spouse paying child support has to legally support other children. Now, by legally support, stepchildren don't fall in this category. But if that spouse has a child with another party, and they're legally obligated to support that child, then the court can consider deviating from the child support schedule. Again, this is not guaranteed. When the court looks at any deviation, whether it's a deviation for another child or significant amount of time in both households, the court will look at the full financial picture of both parties. What are their resources? What about if they're living with other adults in the household who make a significant amount of money and are contributing to their household? These are all things the court looks at before saying yay or nay to the deviation or deciding on how much. And again, it's all at the discretion of the court. The court can simply just say, nope, we're not doing a deviation. It's not a guarantee by any means. The bottom line is, Child support can be very confusing, and this is why having all the facts and all the financial information really matters for every case. So if you're in a child support dispute and the other side hands you this official looking formula, you may think, well, it looks official, I'll just agree to it. That is a big mistake. This is why you need a legal professional helping you, because the legal professional can look at your income, it can reduce that amount of net income. Maybe you're not including the full amount of voluntary retirement. Maybe you're missing your union dues in there. There are all kinds of things that you can do to reduce the amount. Also, a legal professional like myself can look at your income and help explain, hey, this isn't included in income, or yeah, this should be included in income for these reasons. Although child support can get very complicated, they're really just 3 simple steps. Step 1, identify all income correctly. Step 2, apply the schedule correctly. Make sure all the reductions are in, make sure all the income is in. And step 3, evaluate whether a deviation makes sense. Just because Washington State uses a child support schedule, it doesn't mean that it's a one-size-fits-all process. If you need additional assistance or have questions about your specific situation, schedule a strategy session with my office. We'll spend time walking you through the situation and we'll talk about those 3 steps.